welcome to our English news edition, broadcast to you on Canal Algérie. Let's take a look at today's headlines. In his capacity as a representative of the President of the Republic, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the national community abroad continued his African working visit to Niamey, where he met the Nigerian President as well as his counterparts. Paris Fair, where the Algerian pavilion attracts members of our community, as well as foreigners, visitors who are subdued by the quality of our products and know-how of our craftsmen. Finally, Algeria is getting ready to host the 15th edition of the Football African Cup of Nations Under 17. More details at the end of this bulletin. Welcome back. In his capacity as a representative of the President of the Republic, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, was received by the President Mohamed Bazoum, to whom he handed over a message from the President of the Republic, conveying his full commitment to continue working with him in order to concretize their common aspirations to strengthen the historical ties between Algeria and Niger, and to establish an economic partnership that benefits both parties and the entire region. The President of Niger has affirmed his support for these steps within the framework of Niger's participation as a member of the international mediation led by Algeria, assuming that he fully shares the ambitious vision of the President regarding the promising future of relations between the two brotherly countries, and on the ways and means likely to lay the foundations of peace, stability, and sustainable development in their direct neighborhood and at the continental level. Let's listen to the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Je suis venu au Niger en qualité d'envoyé spécial du président Abdelmajid Tebboune.
I came to Niger as a special envoy to the President Abdelmajid Tebboune. I was tasked with conveying a written message to the President Mohamed Bazoum and have fulfilled my duty during this mission. This audience that the President granted to me was an opportunity to conduct and evaluate with him on the status of the Algerian and Nigerian cooperation. We also reviewed the different aspects of this cooperation and discussed political issues of concerns and interests for both countries.
Et nous avons également échangé sur des problèmes politiques de préoccupation ou d'intérêt pour nos deux pays.
Later on, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, held a working session with his Nigerian counterpart, Hassoumi Massoudou, which focused on the prospects of the development relations between the two countries, in addition to consultation and coordination on regional and international issues of common interests. In his capacity as representative of the President of the Republic, the Minister of Knowledge, Economy, Startups and Micro-Enterprises, Yassine El-Mahdi Walid, participated in the 6th Summit for African Transformation. Several African heads of state are taking part to address issues regarding digitization and startups in the continent. More details with Rania Al-Bahri.
Communication, innovation and transfer is the theme of the 6th edition of Trans-Africa Summit, a meeting which aims to enable member countries to equip themselves with a competitive and innovative smart economy, enough to strengthen the dynamics put in place to accelerate the digital transition in the continent. For his part, the Minister of Knowledge, Economy and Micro-Enterprises expressed his thanks and gratitude to the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, who kindly invited Algeria to this important economic event, and conveyed the greetings of the President of the Republic to his Zimbabwean counterpart in order to develop both countries' economies. Algeria supports, through these public policies, the knowledge economy and startups to achieve integration at the African level, and it also aspires to create a flexible digital ecosystem on the continent.
The Algerian pavilion at the Paris Fair attracted a large number of visitors, including foreigners, as well as our national community abroad, who were impressed with the high quality and know-how of 20 Algerian craftsmen. Man Al-Ammari has more.
It is the unmissable exhibition stand at the Pavilion of Foreign Exhibitors at the Paris Fair, which displayed the well-known Algerian dates that attracted many visitors of all origins, who were delighted and impressed with the taste. I know how delicious Algerian dates are. I came all the way to the Paris Fair to buy them. An unwavering success and a distinct reputation preceded the Algerian pavilion, filled with a variety of original and handcrafted products, showcasing the profound Algerian know-how.
Algeria is present with local products of high quality. There are new trending and organic products that highlight our beautiful country's diversity. We're happy with the participants, as well as the interest and curiosity of visitors from all over the world who came to discover our products.
Craftsmen made sure to add a touch of modernity to the Algerian ancestral know-how, as was the case with the tapestries from Ghardaya province. We made sure to add new pastel colors in addition to white, beige and grey, which we did not use before, to coordinate with modern decor. Local organic soaps, purely made out of Algerian olive and prickly pear oils, scented with flowers and plants found in various regions of the country, made the old-fashioned way, were also exhibited in order to reclaim our heritage, especially the famous black soap. Algerian soap is also found in other countries in Africa, such as Ghana. Even though other countries want to claim it as theirs, it is part of our heritage, and that is why it is called Algerian soap. Another inseparable part of Algerian culture is the majestic Kabyle jewelry, which was exhibited at this fair by 3 generations of jewelers. We used new colors and shapes for our jewelry to be worn more often, since the traditional ones are big and heavy pieces that could only be worn in weddings and events. Our goal is to make pieces that can be worn on a daily basis with casual clothes and still distinguish the Kabyle jewelry. Traditional embroidery from Constantine also attracted a large number of visitors from our community, and as a whole, there were 20 Algerian craftsmen who took part in this event. The last few years were very complicated. However, we had to cross this bridge together and keep close contact with Algeria's representatives. And today Algeria is present in this pavilion. We aim to increase and grow our country's influence in the upcoming years. These Algerian craftsmen will continue to exhibit their products until May 8th at the 4th Pavilion of the Paris Fair.
On the international scene, the BRICS Deputy Foreign Minister and Special Envoy on the Middle East and Northern Africa emphasized the need to achieve an enduring and mutually acceptable political solution to the question of Western Sahara in accordance with the relevant UN Security Council resolutions. Algeria strongly condemned the cowardly terrorist attack that targeted a military detachment of the army in the town of Angaro, located in the east of Burkina Faso, which left dozens of dead and wounded within the ranks of its army, affirming its absolute determination to fight against this scourge in all its forms. Algeria also expressed to the Republic of Burkina Faso, its people and government, its full solidarity in these painful circumstances. Still in Sudan, a new truce for a period of 72 hours entered into effect on Friday midnight after the both parties to the conflict agreed to extend it before the expiration of the previous truce, which was repeatedly violated by renewed clashes and battles between the army and the rapid support forces. In occupied Palestine, 1 Palestinian was murdered on Friday and 11 others were injured by bullets of the occupation army in separate areas of the West Bank, and a number of other Palestinians were wounded as the Zionist occupation forces stormed the city of Jenin and its repression of anti-settlement marches in Nablus and Qalqaliya. And in support of the Palestinian cause, the Belgian city of Liège decided to cut ties clashes with the Zionist entity over continuous violations of the rights of the Palestinian people. One day before the kick-off of the 15th edition of the Canal Under-17, everything is ready. Algeria and through three major cities, Algiers, Annaba and Constantine, will welcome 12 nations and more than 321 athletes. More details with Rania Al-Bahri.
The Under-17 African Cup of Nations, another major sporting event that Algeria will host after the Mediterranean Games, which took place in Iran last summer, and the African Cup of Nations at the beginning of this year. Everything is ready to welcome this sporting event, which will take place in three provinces: Algiers with the Nelson Mandela Stadium, Annaba with May 19th Stadium, and Constantine with the Shahid Hamlawi Stadium. For this edition, the African Football Confederation has decided to increase the number of participants from 8 to 12 teams in order to offer more game opportunities to the youngest. Algeria, the host country, will be involved in Group A along with Senegal, Congo and Somalia. Group B consists of Nigeria, Morocco and South Africa, while Cameroon, Mali, South Sudan and Burkina Faso will be in Group C. The 12 teams will compete for the continental title, but the top 4 World Cup qualifiers in the organizing country category are not yet known after FIFA withdrew to Peru to the organization of this major youth event. Before getting to the heart of the matter, all the players of the participating teams passed an MRI test, which will allow the biological age to be checked by verifying the bone age of each of them, obviously to avoid any age fraud. The competition will start on Saturday at 8 p.m. The first match will be between Algeria and Somalia at Nelson Mandela Stadium in Baraki municipality. This match will be preceded by an official kick-off ceremony.
That was it for today's bulletin. Thank you for watching us. Good night.